And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's boys soccer by district playoff matchup as part of the UIL playoffs for 5A Division II. And tonight's playoff matchup is proudly brought to you by Kenny Perez Law, fighting for justice across the Rio Grande Valley. Injured in an accident? Don't get played. Get paid with Kenny Perez Law. This is Ignacio, a.k.a. Nacho, coming to you live from Mission, Texas, along my cameraman, the man, Bert Reese, who's going to be helping us out here tonight as we have the Clash of the Titans meeting here tonight at Richard Thompson Stadium with two heavyweight soccer team programs going head-to-head here tonight. Legend has it that the best comparison of this matchup would be as if Messi had his all-time teammates going up against Ronaldo's all-time teammates going head-to-head. Unfortunately, we can't have that one, but we do have this one. Brownsville Porter comes to town to take on the Rattlers of Sharyland High School. As we take a look at both these teams' history this season, of course, Sharyland goes 14-0-2 in district play, and both those draws go into penalties. They are unsuccessful, but they still came away with a point. And at the end of it all, tied for first in the standings with Sharyland Pioneer, who are currently playing against Brownsville Porter. That game, of course, is currently being covered by my good friend Jacob Young. You can catch that one on YouTube, Facebook, and on the RSL app on the RSL 1 channel. And Sharyland, the Rattlers, able to win the tiebreaker based off of the goal differential. So, yes, they are co-champs with Pioneer, but they take the first place seeding because of the differential. And if we're looking at last year's playoff run, they did make the bi-district round as well. They came up short, lost last year against Brownsville Porter 2-1, but of course they got their revenge during the BISD Boys Soccer Showcase that took place back in January at Sam Stadium, and they got their revenge victory and defeated Brownsville Porter 2-1. And if you're unfamiliar with this Sharyland High School Boys Soccer program, they did make it to the state semis about 3-4 years ago during the 22-23 season, and of course won the 2011-2012 state championship. Of course, tonight, now in the playoffs, looking for a win tonight against a really, really aggressive Brownsville Lopez team. As we'll talk about them now, of course, being the third-place team in District 32 5A, led by Coach Escandon. They went 13-3-2 in district play, of course. Many of us know by now the forfeitures that Brownsville Lopez had to give up early in the season due to the ineligible player lined up on their roster. Obviously, it did not affect them qualifying for the playoffs one bit and ended up being in third place of the district, only 1 point away of capturing second place behind Brownsville Rivera and, of course, the district champions Brownsville Porter. Something to note about Brownsville Lopez, last year defeated Sharyland Pioneer 3-0 in the bi-district round, then took care of business against Laredo Nixon in the area round. They won that one 3-1. And then in the regional semifinals, could not get it going against Liberty Hill. They lost that one 2-0. And, of course, they're leaving that in the past as they begin their new quest here in the playoffs against the Rattlers of Sharyland High School. So during district play, Brownsville Lopez, of course, won 13 of those, forfeited 3 of them, and then the last 2 went into penalty kick shootouts, lost both, but still managed to get points out of that. And if we're looking at the history of this program from Brownsville Lopez, they won the 2003-2004 state championship, became state finalists during the 08-09 season, and became state semifinalists during the 2013-2014 season, 2015-2016 season, and the most recent 2016 2017 season. So 9 years that Brownsville Lopez has been in the state semifinals. And I really do believe that many Rio Grande Valley teams have an opportunity to go really far this year for the playoffs. And during the boys soccer showcase hosted by Brownsville ISD, I mentioned that the two most impressed teams I saw throughout that entire showcase were the Rattler team here of Sharyland High School and this Lobel team of Brownsville Lopez. And what an honor and what a privilege it is. And coincidentally, these two teams now meet up in the first round of the playoffs, as we can expect being high in physicality. It's going to be a lot of speed, a lot of heart, and of course, the team that wants it more is going to come out with the win here tonight. Some information as we get set up for tonight's game, some players to look out for over on the Brownsville Lopez side first, since they are the visitors. We're going to keep a close eye at number 10, Diego Guerra, who's actually the fourth highest goal scorer in the entire Rio Grande Valley with 29 goals this season. We're also going to take a look at number 5, Armando Rodriguez, 17th most in goals scored in the Rio Grande Valley with 19 goals. And then we have Damian Resendez, number 17, with 16 goals, tied for 22nd most. And just somebody who I've seen pretty much all season with the many coverages I got to have, number 7, Jonathan Gomez. Brownsville Lopez, this program has scored a bit over 5 goals per game and has allowed no more than 0.6. Of course, that doesn't happen in a typical game, so really they only allowed no more than a goal per game. And they have 4 players that have scored 10 plus, so many players on the Lopez side who can really strike the ball into the goal and really cause this Sharyland team to rattle a little bit, if you want to play with words a little bit. Now, over on the Sharyland High School side, we're keeping an eye on number 10, Diego de Leon, 20 goals this season, tied for the 13th most in the Rio Grande Valley. And Francisco Gomez, number 11, with 12 goals. And this Rattler team is really good on the defensive side. In district play, out of their 16 matches, 10 of those 16 have not allowed their opponents to score one bit. So their defense really good at shutting down potential scores. Brownsville Lopez on the opposite side do a really good job of scoring and creating opportunities to score. So 2 really great teams that can play the ball really well on both sides. Let's see what we come up here with in just a little bit under 2 minutes before kickoff. We'll step aside, and when we return, we'll get this game underway. We'll step aside. Stick with us here on the RSON, sponsored by Kenny Perez Law, Texas Injury Lawyers.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate, call us now.
The standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. For your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
It means a lot to me. TFC has changed me to make me realize that I can accomplish things. Just don't give up. I've come a long way from where I was to what I am now, and there's no limit to where I'm going.
And we are back on the RSON, and it looks like both teams will now get together at the middle of the field here. And more than likely, they'll just do a quick inspection, as I've seen throughout the pregame activities from each game. Of course, some of the key takeaways, Sharyland needs to really lock down the many strikers that Brownsville Lopez has on their end, really create opportunities for De Leon and for Gomez to try to score, as we turn it over now to the PA announcers for the national anthem. Now both teams wishing each other the best of luck as we get this game underway in just a bit. Officials have yet to meet with the captain, so that'll probably happen up next. And then, of course, following the captain meeting, of course, they'll decide who will get the ball first in the first half, who gets the ball in the second half, which direction both teams will go. The sun is beginning to set down a little bit, and we are basically at about 82 degrees as we speak, actually 83, and it looks like throughout the night it'll go down as low as 71. So we'll be expecting a definite shift in the weather as this game progresses tonight. Winds currently blowing in against us, actually. It's blowing about, see if I can find it here, about 10 miles an hour north-northwest. And the wind could play a small factor as both teams really good with passing the ball, especially long distance. This could be a small factor when it comes to connecting with each other and really trying to create opportunities to score in hopes that both teams can come out of this first half on fire and really trying to score here early on to keep a good lead throughout the entire matchup. And again, tonight's playoff matchup is brought to you by Kenny Pettis Law, fighting for justice across the Rio Grande Valley. Injured in an accident, don't get played, get paid with Kenny Pettis Law. And of course, our other boys soccer matchup that's being covered tonight between Brownsville Porter and Sharyland Pioneer. That game is currently tied 0 apiece as that game now in halftime. So that game will resume play in about the next 5 to 10 minutes. Meanwhile, captains have now officially met. Officials have now gone to their assigned positions. And it looks like Brownsville Lopez getting together for one last time before the game gets going. Sharyland, I should say, lining up already on the field to kick off this game in just a few minutes. Many of y'all left predictions on our Facebook and Instagram pages, and it looks like the majority are in favor of Brownsville Lopez to take over this game tonight. If you're tuning in right now on our live stream, feel free to give it a like, a comment, and share away with family and friends wherever you may be watching, whether it's on our YouTube app, Facebook, RSON app, or any of our other social media platforms. We have it available to you. Feel free to share away. And, of course, once again, we want to thank our sponsor for tonight's playoff matchup, I should say. Kenny Perez Law, Texas Injury Lawyers. Don't get played, get paid. Give them a call today for your free consultation. So the Rattlers of Sharyland will be in the all red jerseys, and you'll see them on the right side of your screen in just a bit. They'll be scoring on the left side. Meanwhile, Brownsville Lopez will be in the white jerseys with the blue shorts, and they'll be attacking on the right side of your screen. And now the players are now huddling together as we are now getting ready for kickoff any minute now. Brownsville Lopez breaks out of their huddle, and Sharyland does a really good job of attacking, and one player to keep an eye on the defensive side from Brownsville Lopez is number 9, Esteban Juarez, is basically their anchor for the defensive side of things for Brownsville Lopez. And then, of course, on the striking side for Brownsville Lopez, we're keeping an eye on number 5, Rodriguez, number 7, Gomez, number 10, Diego Guerra, their lead scorer of this squad, and, of course, 17, Resendez. Officials checking with each other, making sure we're lined up. Whistles blown, and here we go. Rattlers, Lobos. Only one will advance, and one is playing their last matchup here tonight. As the Lobos now steal the ball early on. Good sweep there by the Rattlers. That was 24, Sebastian Bernal with the steal there. Lopez trying to send it away, but again, that wind already playing a small factor as that ball will go out of bounds on the far side. And it will be a throw-in for the Rattlers. A good hit up high, good deflection there by Lopez. And Sharyland forcing the ball up ahead early on. Brownsville Lopez able to get a header and with possession. That's number 10, Guerra, who's going to pass it back. Try to set it up here, take their time a little bit. And now they'll send this one far up ahead as they try to connect with Gomez there. And Guerra will just kick it up forward, nobody in sight. And the goalkeeper for the Rattlers will step up and make the stop. Goalkeeper for the Rattlers is number 13, Jesus Trevino. He'll be their leading goalkeeper for Sharyland as Brownsville Lopez now makes a good step there. Now has an opportunity to go up in the box. Shot! Block, second chance! Goal! 2 minutes in, and Brownsville Lopez comes swinging. And actually, they're going to call this one offside, so no goal. Offsides early on by the official. So that is not a goal. But what great pressure early on being brought by Brownsville Lopez already. Sharyland trying to move quick as Brownsville Lopez gets a step on it. Now able to find Alvarez, another player that's been explosive for this Sharyland team. We'll keep an eye on him as well. As the Rattlers now begin to move the ball up ahead, that is Mesa, number 9, who will be fouled. And Brownsville Lopez will now have an opportunity to kick this one away or throw this one in. Sharyland with a good interruption there of the passing lane for Lopez. Now trying to move up the ball. That's De Leon with the ball. De Leon tried to center a good header from Lopez. Now Resendez takes control. Resendez now passes it to the near side. Finds Guerra, gets tripped up. Official will call foul. And as I mentioned pregame, it's going to be a very physical game. Juarez setting up the ball. Thought he was going to kick this one away for a second. Now drops back. And it's going to be number 15, Michael Pineda, who's going to kick it away for the Lobos. Good center there. Goalie steps up. Nobody inside. That's going to go in. Goal! Brownsville Lopez gets on the board first. And what a goal there from Lopez early on. And just like that finish, when life hits hard, make sure you've got the right team on your side. Kenny Perez Law, don't get played, get paid. As we take a look at that replay there, and it looks like it touches the back off of that player there. We'll see if we can get who that is in just a second. And Lopez quickly moving again, has a chance to score again. Stillman up in the box. And a last-second interference there from the goalkeeper. Trevino makes a stop. And lots of action already taking place, and it's only been 5 minutes. Sharyland trying to move the ball. Lopez with a disruption. Ball rolls away from them. Official calls a foul here. And now Lopez will get a free kick coming up. Brownsville Lopez now kicks that one away. And it looks like the goal that was scored from Brownsville Lopez was number 3, Diego Gomez. Sharyland now kicks this one away. And a good steal there by the Rattlers. Now just forces it back to set it up again. Pressure brought up by the Lobos. Heavily contested on every shot or every pass Sharyland's going to make. And there's a little bit of physicality there from the Rattlers. Now Lopez kicks it away. That's Diego Guerra with the touch. Now centers it in the box. Sharyland able to head that one away just for a little bit as Lopez now moves the ball up ahead on the edge. Tries to center it too far ahead. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. It will be a goal kick now for the Rattlers. Brownsville Lopez already applying heavy pressure in this matchup, up early 1-0. As the official instructs the Sharyland player to move up a bit, or out of bounds again, I should say. Brownsville Lopez just kicks it away. And it's going to be a handball against Sharyland. So Brownsville Lopez in a good position for a free kick, potentially for a goal coming up. And they'll mark it at about the 21-yard line marker, which is going to be about a 30, 35-yard distance if you consider the touchdown area of this field here at Richard Thompson Stadium. And it looks like it's going to be number 10, Diego Guerra, lining up for this kick. Guerra goes for a shot, blocked. Second chance, no, also blocked. Back-to-back saves by Trevino for Sharyland. Now we're on the far side of your screen here as that ball gets to the line and it stays in play. Now it goes out. Rattlers will get a throw in. And Sharyland wasting no time. Shot attempt. Goal! De Leon gets it done for the Rattlers. And how about that shot? Sharyland shakes off the early goal, now tied up at 1 apiece. How about that goal from De Leon? And the Rattlers wasting no time on that throw-in. De Leon takes it himself. Or correction, De Leon finds the ball off the deflection, finds Jaramillo not in position to block it, and connects for the goal. We warned y'all, ladies and gentlemen. We told you this was going to be a heavyweight matchup. And with 7.5 minutes already gone, we are tied at 1 apiece. Nobody on the far side to defend. As number 4, Uriegas from Brownsville Lopez, able to get the last touch there, keep it in play for the Lobos. And now Brownsville's on the move, heavily contested. Pretty much double team. Official's going to call a foul here. And it will be a free kick for Brownsville Lopez. And what a big-time goal there from Sharyland High School. As they send this one in the box. Open opportunity here, one-on-one. Goalkeeper gets tripped up. Second shot attempt, deflected and out of bounds. Last touch by Sharyland. It will be a corner kick coming up for Brownsville Lopez. Brownsville Lopez now lining up for a corner kick here on the near side of the field. Ball goes up, nicely placed, a tap and picked up by the goalkeeper. Trevino holds it in for the Rattlers, now able to kick this one away. Not a super long distance kick there as the ball goes back in favor of the Lobos. And Lopez will move quick as well on the throw-in. And a good disruption there by Sharyland. Lopez now moving the ball up the field here. Now finds Resendez, good pass, but goes too far ahead. De Leon try to have possession there, goes too far ahead of him. Lopez will now get the throw-in. And that's Juarez with the throw-in. Finds Diego Guerra. Guerra tries to center this one in. One-on-one opportunity. Last touch by Sharyland. Has to get rid of it. Goes right into Resendez's possession. And Sharyland kicks this one away. It's going to be another corner kick coming up for Brownsville Lopez. Lots of pressure and contested shots within the first 10 minutes of this matchup as Brownsville Lopez now lines up for a corner kick. Kick goes a bit too far ahead. Foul is going to be called in the box against the Lobos. And Sharyland will now have a chance to kick this one away. Good deflection there from Brownsville Lopez. That's Jonathan Gomez, who keeps possession there for the Lobos. Escondon on the far side wanted a foul and actually gets called against Lopez. And Sharyland will be able to kick this one away. Sharyland keeping it in the defensive line. of their field. Now finds some open players up ahead as Lopez gets a touch on it. And now foul's going to be called against the Rattler, so Lopez will get a chance to kick it away. Lopez now tries to find an open player there. Goes back in their favor. Now ball's up in the air. Rattlers get a header on it, but official calls a foul against Sharyland. And Lopez now forces this one deep. Sharyland gets a header on there with possession. That's De Leon who kicks it away. And that's going to be 24, Bernal, who's going to pass it to the far side. Too strong for Mesa. And now Brownsville Lopez will throw this one in. Headed by the Rattlers, goes back in possession for Lopez. Good pass there inside the box for Guerra, I believe. Ball still in the air. Goalkeeper kicks it away. Sharyland able to get rid of it. That was, official says play on. Sharyland now in possession, mismatched up a little bit here. Doesn't seem to be a problem so far. Now Lopez gets a good sliding tackle there to draw back a little bit. That one might have gone too far, and it has. So Lopez will get a throw in coming up. This playoff game is presented by Kenny Pettis Law, your local injury attorneys. With over $75 million recovered for clients across the valley. Call today for your free consultation. As Brownsville Lopez now kicks it away. Good disruption there by Sharyland. Ball still up in the air with the Rattler still with possession. That's De Leon. And De Leon, of course, not afraid to shoot it from a distance as he did in his first goal. Lopez with a good possession there. That's Guerra. Guerra double teamed here on the near side, trying to get somewhere in the middle. Good pass there. And Sharyland comes away with it, now kicks it away. And that one would just go out of bounds. Brownsville Lopez will get a throw-in opportunity coming up. And it's going to be Juarez on the throw-in, wide open. I believe that was Gomez. Goes back to Juarez, now finds Gomez. Gomez heavily contested there. And Sharyland will just tap it out of bounds. That was number 3, Santos, on the defensive stop there. Juarez now with the throw-in for the Lobos. And Sharyland, last one to touch it. That was number 7, Eliab Alvarez. Now it's going to be Gomez with the throw-in. And Sharyland have one player lining up for a substitution. Clear possession for Juarez to center this one. And Sharyland just kicks it high and away. Juarez heads it away. Lopez still with possession. Will probably slow things down a little bit. No, they're going to kick it and force it up ahead. Straight to the Sharyland defender. And now it's going to be Lopez on the move. Gomez goes to the far side. Now goes for a long distance shot attempt right into the chest of Trevino, and Sharyland with an easy path to get this one away. Lopez able to come away with it, not able to keep control. Sharyland now with possession. And I believe that's number 9, Mesa, who had the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. Official letting that one play on. So the Rattlers will get a throw-in coming up. Ball up in the air. Nobody with a clear possession. Now Sharyland kicks it up. And that's De Leon with the ball. De Leon tried to pass it to the near side to Gomez. won't find him. And a good pass over De Leon from Lopez. I believe that's Resendez, not able to keep possession. And now it's Santos with the ball. Lopez kicks it away. So back and forth possession changes from both sides. Official lets this one play on. Loses control a little bit from De Leon. Resendez easily takes control. Now falls back for Sharyland. Francisco Gomez, one of the other dual threats. Long distance shot attempt again, hits the post, and up it goes. And De Leon loses control. That's going to go out of bounds. Gomez nearly gets another goal. And it will be Juarez for Brownsville Lopez to throw this one in. Official letting that one play on again. And I like that the official's letting some of the physicality go through. But of course, if it gets a bit too aggressive, he'll blow the whistle and call the play dead. As this one goes far up ahead, Trevino just picks it up easily, now rolls it away from Lopez's strikers. And they send this one far away. Resendez passes it to the middle, now trying to go the near side. Passes too slow and easily picked up by Santos, who's going to move the ball up quick for Sharyland. Santos with control. Santos looking to pass this one. Santos moves back. Santos met up, double teamed, and Resendez able to kick it away. Goes past both of them, and now goes to Guzman. Guzman goes to the far side. Guzman connected with Iker Valera as Lopez just kicks it away, and the Rattlers will get a throw in coming up. Ball's gonna go in the box, easily picked up for Lopez's goalkeeper, Eliel Jaramillo, and he'll send this one away for the Lobos. That's Gomez with the ball, passes it inside the middle. And a good disruption there by the Rattlers. Now they're in the driver's seat and quickly stolen by Lopez. Rattlers with the header. Good step up there by Lopez. And I believe that was number 7, Jonathan Gomez. Rattlers back with possession. That was number 8, Jose Pablo Hernandez, who kicks it to the far side. As that ball rolls out of bounds, Lopez gets a throw in. Lopez still with possession here. And it's going to go against Lopez, so Sharyland will get a free kick coming up. And it will be number 7, Eliab Alvarez, lining up for the free kick. Good header there by Brownsville Lopez. Rattlers with possession. Another header by Lopez. Now finds Jonathan Gomez, who will pass it back. They send this one far, as Trevino will be able to receive it and throw this one away to his teammate. De Leon with the ball, passes it too far. Lopez defender gets rid of it, but goes to the near side. And Sharyland's going to get a throw in, but first a substitution will be made. And while that substitution's happening, we want to take this time to give a shout out to our sponsor for tonight's matchup, Kenny Perez Law, your local injury attorney. With over $75 million recovered for clients across the Rio Grande Valley. Call today for your free consultation. And Sharyland now going to the middle of the field here, now going to the far side. Good passing here inside the middle. Going to keep it away from the pressure from Lopez. And a good deflection goes out of bounds. And our other boys by district soccer playoff matchup also being covered on the RSON. Brownsville Porter and Sharyland Pioneer tied 0 apiece with about 32 minutes left to go in the second half, as that ball will roll out of bounds, and it will be a corner kick now coming up for the Rattlers. This is Sharyland's first corner kick opportunity. Let's see how they elect to play this one. Gets it in the box, headed away from Lopez. Second opportunity from De Leon. De Leon goes too high and out of bounds. Goal kick coming up for Brownsville Lopez. And if I'm Brownsville Lopez, I'm trying to figure out where De Leon is when Sharyland has the ball, and I'm limiting De Leon to have an opportunity to set up for a shot. Meanwhile, if I'm Sharyland, I'm really putting pressure on this Brownsville Lopez team and not allowing Gomez to extend the ball for Lopez to set up to score. So if I'm Brownsville Lopez's defense, I'm keeping my eye on the near side of your screen. If I'm Sharyland's defense, I'm keeping a close eye in the middle there. And that was a good tackle, but the officials will call a foul there. And the first yellow card is going to come out tonight, and it will go to Sharyland. And there is an injured Lobel player down on the field. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's number 5, Armando Rodriguez, who's a bit shaken up here, trying to get up. And the foul is going to go against number 4, Iñaki Cruz, and he'll have to go to the bench for the yellow card. And while they still attend to this injury, we'll step aside briefly. And when we return, we'll be back. Stick with us here in the RSON, sponsored by Kenny Perez Law, Texas Injury Lawyers, and actually, he's able to get back up, so we'll stay with you. So Brownsville Lopez will kick this one away. And they'll more than likely center this one, about a 50-yard distance. As you see the ball marked at the 40-yard line. Good center. Sharyland got a touch on it. Now they get rid of it. And that's going to go on the near side. Lopez try to let this one roll out. And they're going to give it to Brownsville Lopez. Sharyland fans not in favor of that call. And it will be Juarez to throw this one in. Juarez with a good pass to Diego Guerra, and Sharyland able to send this one away. Keep your eye on De Leon. Never mind, Lopez steals it, and that's Jonathan Gomez. Here's a pass on the far side now. That's Gomez with the ball. Gomez could take this one himself as he cuts inside the middle. Gomez passed it short, a bit too short, as Sharyland gets a touch on it, kicks it out of bounds. Lopez gets a throw in. Lopez now hands it off to number 10, Diego Guerra, to throw this one in. And Guerra's going to draw back as far as he can, as you see him on the track. And there, and he'll probably throw this one in the box. And there it is. Deep in the box, nicely placed there. And a high kick there. It's going to go out of bounds. Sharyland gets a goal kick coming up. Now the sun is beginning to set. It's a golden hour, ladies and gentlemen, as we are at about 16 minutes remaining here in this first half. And if you just tuned in, you missed probably the best first 7 minutes of a boys soccer matchup. Both teams firing all cylinders, of course. Bring it up to 1 apiece. I thought Brownsville Lopez had a goal earlier before their first initial goal, but of course was called back due to the offsides. We'll have that for you and more during halftime, so stick with us. At the end of the first half, ball goes out of bounds for the Rattlers. The Lobos will throw this one in. And again, they're going to draw back as far as they can for this throw in the box. As the Rattlers get a high header there. Lopez brings it to the ground. A lot of kicking, a little bit of pushing and shoving. Lopez now tries to go back. Trevino with an easy pickup there. Now the Rattlers on the move. They'll kick this one away. Lopez gets a good touch on it. More than likely goes out of bounds, and it will. Rattlers now with a throw-in. Lopez with good passing here, extending the play there. Nearly gets the spin around there. Sharyland able to get rid of it. Brownsville Lopez fans wanted a foul, and they'll get a throw-in instead. And I was watching here earlier as Sharyland got possession here. They literally have one man stuck next to De Leon, and I think that was Juarez, who was lastly there. Now moves in the box as Lopez throws this one in. Step up there by Lopez. Official's going to call foul there just outside of the box. Lopez is going to have a good opportunity for a score here in just a bit. And they're going to mark it at about the 14-yard line marker of the football field. So it's about a 25-yard distance. A distance good enough for a shot attempt at the goal if the Lobos elect to do so. Sharyland's going to have to build at least a 4-man wall, if not more, if they're looking to deflect this. As the wind begins to kick in a bit more, and it's actually going towards the screen, if you were with us, facing towards us where we're at. And actually, Brownsville Lopez is going to get a substitution through. And I think Brownsville Lopez is trying to get with the official to see why it wasn't a yellow card. Not sure they're doing it to stall some time or if they want a legitimate explanation here. But Lopez lining up for a kick nonetheless. There's the shot attempt, goes too high. And a goal kick now coming up for the Rattlers. Of course, the winner of this matchup tonight will take on either Laredo Martin or Gregory Portland. And of course, details of that matchup or the area matchup will be posted across social media, so keep your eye on that. As Sharyland now moves towards inside the box, that ball's gonna go out of bounds. Sharyland's gonna get a throw in. That goes in the box, and a foul's gonna be called against the Rattler, so Brownsville Lopez gets a free kick coming up. Sharyland with possession. Gets met up by Lopez. Official letting it play on. There's the good passing sequence for Sharyland as they get to the near side. Good disruption there by Lopez. And try to kick it away on the towards the middle. Instead, it goes to the near side out of bounds. And now Santos gets the throw in for the Rattlers. Finds Francisco Gomez. Rattlers still with possession. Francisco Gomez gets a touch on it. Lopez kicks this one away. Open lane for Diego Guerra. Is matched up there one-on-one. Now Rattlers adding some help there. Two behind him. Centers it in. Nobody in sight. And the Rattlers able to get rid of it. Goes to the far side to force Lopez to throw it in. And it'll be Jonathan Gomez on the throw-in. Now it's Nevada's with the ball. Protects it. It's going to stay Lopez ball. And the majority of Sharyland's players are dropped back, with the exception of Francisco Gomez. Lopez with the header, doesn't go far. or as far as they would like. Lopez is going to pass it deep on their own defense. Now goes up one-on-one here. Foul is going to go against Lopez. And it will be a Rattler free kick. And it will be Alvarez with the free kick for the Rattlers. Sends this one in the box. Lopez heads it away easily. Gomez with the ball. Good fake out by Gomez. Here comes the win and the Lobos. Lopez on the move. Good pass on the far side. Finds Diego Guerra. Guerra shot attempt. Too far high. And that's going to force Sharyland with a goal kick. And we want to take this time to shout out our sponsor for tonight's playoff game, presented by Kenny Perez Law, your local injury attorneys with over 75 million recovered for clients across the valley. Call them today for your free consultation. Rattlers now kick this one away. Up high, Resendez did not get a touch on it. Lopez will get the throw in. And it's Juarez on the throw in, coming up for Lopez. Headed behind, Rattlers kick it away. Francisco Gomez in the hunt for the ball. Now has it. Gomez cuts inside. Gomez has an open lane. Shot attempt blocked by Juarez. Good save for Brownsville Lopez. As we take a look at that replay. Meanwhile, Sharyland lining up for a corner kick. Right side of his screen, Francisco Gomez cuts it inside, one-on-one with Jaramillo, and Jaramillo saves the day, or saves the moment for Brownsville Lopez. Still tied 1 apiece, and now the Rattlers lining up for a corner kick. Corner kick goes up in the box. Kicked away, just up high from Lopez. Now headed even more, and now goes out of bounds. Too far away, Brownsville Lopez gets the free kick coming up. Or goal kick coming up, I should say. Sharyland fans think Jaramillo had a touch on it. Official says out by Sharyland. Lopez kicks it away. Headed off from Sharyland. Brownsville Lopez gets the throw in. Brownsville Lopez wasting no time. Finds Jonathan Gomez, not able to connect. Rattlers able to kick it away. Good header there from Francisco Gomez. Finds De Leon, tries to center it to the far side. Good disruption there by the Lopez defense. Lopez in control, gets it to the edge. Rattlers with a good disruption of the pass there. Now gets inside the middle. De Leon creates separation. De Leon with a shot. De Leon too far to the left. Nearly connects for the goal for Sharyland. And under 7 minutes remaining here before the end of the first half, Brownsville Lopez now kicks it away again. And now we're seeing some pressure from Sharyland. Lopez had a good amount of pressure in the first half And now the Rattlers creating opportunities and space to open up for some shot attempts. An official's going to call a foul against Lopez. And Sharyland's going to take some time to set this one up. Sharyland goes up high in the box. Jaramillo steps up. Jaramillo not able to get the hold of the ball as Lopez kicks it away for a little bit. There's the second send-off. A little bit of a push-off, and there's the foul against Sharyland. Now Lopez can set up for a free kick. Under 6 minutes remaining to go here in the first half. Lopez elects to go to the far side. Doesn't find anybody, but finds Sharyland. Francisco Gomez steps it up, goes for a long distance shot, goes too high. Out of bounds, goal kick for Brownsville Lopez. Under 16 minutes remaining to go in the second half between Brownsville Porter and Sharyland Pioneer. That game is still tied 0 apiece. If you want to catch that matchup, go ahead and tune into that one, or stick with us here with a 1-1 tie game. Under 6 to go here in the first half. We'll have the first half highlights for you if you missed it, and more coming up at halftime. Sharyland now with the throw-in. Creates separation, now has a chance to center it. Goes too far behind, but still finds Alvarez. Alvarez trying to create separation here. Double team from Lopez. That'll be last touch by Lopez. So Sharyland gets a throw in. The wind kind of kicks in a little bit. Lopez heads it away. Lopez kicks it away. Sharyland with possession again. Trying to go for a long distance, deflected off from Lopez. Lopez on the move. Sharyland heads it away again. Sharyland still has the header. Resende is able to bring it down. And now Lopez has possession. 4 minutes and counting. Out of bounds, Sharyland throw-in. Rattlers with the throw-in on the far side. Last touch by the Rattlers. Lopez will get the throw-in now. And coach elected to keep Iñaki Cruz on the bench. Keep an eye on him throughout the rest of the matchup. Out of bounds from Sharyland. Another throw-in coming up for Lopez. They'll pass this one up ahead in the air. Sharyland able to head it away. And a handball is going to be called against Lopez. Now a little over 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Sharyland trying to create some pressure. Lopez with a good cut. Nearly got it connected there. Would have been a one-on-one situation there. Lopez now on the far side. Lopez now on the move. Nearly gets another pass through to Diego Guerra. Rattlers now finds lots of space here. Elects to go up ahead. And no help on the near side. That's going to go out of bounds, luckily for Brownsville Lopez. And the Lobos now get a throw in from, I believe that's Juarez. Lopez kicks this one up ahead. One-on-one chance here. Sharyland gets a touch on it. Goes behind him. And now the Rattlers on the move with a little over 2 left. Foul's going to be called against Lopez. Coach Escandon can't believe it. Sharyland now trying to line up for a free kick. Could be the Rattlers' last chance to create something here before the end of the first half, excuse me there. That's Alvarez with the ball inside the middle of the field there, now pressured by Lopez. Now they go to the near side, able to connect to Roberto Santos. Santos, quick pass there to Francisco Gomez, loses the ball there. Now Lopez back with the ball. Minute and a half left to go. Good pass there on the far side. I believe that's Diego Guerra. Sharyland kicks it away. Lopez trying to move quick on the throw-in. Good pass there, has a chance to shoot it. Nobody makes contact, and it looks like it's going to be a corner kick coming up for Brownsville Lopez. Last touch by Sharyland. Lopez might have to move kind of quick here as they now have a minute left to go in the first half. take a few seconds here to set up in the box. Pass goes inside the middle, too far, nobody in sight, and that's going to go out of bounds. Sharyland gets an easy throw in. But we'll only have about 40 seconds to do it. Not sure much will be done here with the few seconds left to go. Brownsville Lopez brings it down. Sharyland gets a touch. Lopez comes away with it. That's Resendez. And he'll be fouled with 20 seconds. Lopez is going to have to move quick if they want to create something here. Lopez now kicks it towards the middle. Nobody in sight. Sharyland heads it away. Lopez brings it down in the box. With 5 seconds remaining, not sure if anything else will be done. They just kick it away. And that will do it for the first half. And we reached halftime. The game is tied at 1 apiece. We're going to step aside, pull up the first half highlights for you. In the meantime, we'll go to a short commercial break. As tonight's playoff matchup is brought to you by Kenny Pettis Law, fighting for justice across the Rio Grande Valley. Injured in an accident, don't get played, get paid with Kenny Pettis Law. We'll be back on the RSO line.
Turn your passion into a powerful career at Texas Southmost College. Our automotive technology program will train you in everything from maintenance to full vehicle systems repair. Earn a certificate or associate degree and get certified to work as a C maintenance or B-level technician. You'll be guided by seasoned instructors who have decades of real-world automotive experience, helping you get ready to roll into the industry. So take the wheel and apply today at tsc.edu.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on.
And we are back in the RSON and an update on boys by-district soccer playoff between Porter and Sharyland Pioneer. The Diamondbacks up 1-0 with about 11 minutes left to go. Meanwhile, this game tied at 1 apiece going into halftime. And what a great first half matchup, particularly the first 8 minutes of this matchup. Both teams scoring in that early time frame. And this halftime is brought to you by Kenny Pettis Law. Available 24/7 and proudly serving families across the RGV. No fees unless they win. That's Kenny Pettis Law. And we do have the first half highlights for you. Here they are. As you'll see the first half action between the Lobos and the Rattlers. He'll be their leading goalkeeper for Sharyland as Brownsville Lopez now makes a good step there. Now has an opportunity to go up in the box. John, block, second chance, goal! 2 minutes in and Brownsville Lopez comes swinging. Good center there, goalie steps up, nobody inside, that's gonna go in! Goal! Brownsville Lopez gets on the board first. And Lopez quickly moving again, has a chance to score again. Stillman up in the box. And a last second interference there from the goalkeeper. Trevino makes a stop. And Diego Guerra lining up for this kick. Guerra goes for a shot, blocked. Second chance, no, also blocked. Back-to-back saves by Trevino for Sharyland. Rattlers will get a throw in. And Sharyland wasting no time, shot attempt, goal! gets it done for the Rattlers. As they send this one in the box. Open opportunity here, one-on-one. Goalkeeper gets tripped up. Second shot attempt deflected and out of bounds. Last touch by Sharyland. It will be a corner kick coming up for Brownsville Lopez. Leon Resendez easily takes control. Now falls back for Sharyland. Francisco Gomez, one of the other dual threats. Long distance shot attempt again, hits the post, and up it goes. And De Leon loses control. That's going to go out of bounds. Gomez nearly gets another goal. Opportunity, let's see how they elect to play this one. Gets it in the box, headed away from Lopez. Second opportunity from De Leon. De Leon goes too high and out of bounds. Goal kick coming up for Brownsville Lopez. Headed behind, Rattlers kick it away. Francisco Gomez in the hunt for the ball. Now has it. Gomez cuts inside. Gomez has an open lane. Shot attempt blocked by Juarez. Good save for Brownsville Lopez. Lopez in control, gets it to the edge. Rattlers with a good disruption of the pass there. Now gets inside the middle. De Leon creates separation. De Leon with a shot. De Leon too far to the left. Nearly connects for the goal for Sharyland. He'll be their leading goalkeeper for Sharyland as Brownsville Lopez now makes a good step there. Now has an opportunity to go up in the box. Shot! Blocked, second chance! Goal! 2 minutes in and Brownsville Lopez. Lights again, your current score. Brownsville Lopez 1, Sharyland Rattlers 1. And in the first part of the first half, Brownsville Lopez did a really good job of creating opportunities, finding the open man, not holding back on the shot attempts as you saw in those highlights. And then in the second half, or the second part of the first half, the Rattlers now got themselves into a rhythm. They liked what they saw, especially from De Leon, Francisco Gomez, getting a couple chances to shoot the ball as well as you saw. Now both teams are finding a rhythm. They're getting a feel for one another, especially their opposing sides. And really what I think it's going to come down to in the second half is going to be the defense. And what I'm looking forward to seeing is, are they both going to continue to apply pressure up top, especially against each other's strikers, or are they going to draw back and hope it's enough to carry the workload and think that the strikers have a chance to create an opportunity to score when really they're just bringing extra men down in the box, when they have position, go for a fast break, because both these teams do really well on the fast breaks, meaning they get the ball pretty quickly and try to just use their speed and see if they can take advantage of that to score. We'll find out what both teams do here in the second half in just a bit. We're about 2:40 left to go, and we'll step aside, and when we return, we'll have the second half for you. This halftime is brought to you by Kenny Pettis Law, available 24/7 and proudly serving families across the RGV. No fees unless you win. That's Kenny Pettis Law. We'll be back on the RSON.
Come see me today here in McAllen, Texas, and turn your gold into opportunity.
no matter where you are in life. Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
And we are back from the RSON here live at Richard Thompson Stadium here in Mission, Texas, as the Rattlers of Sharyland High School and the Lopez of Brownsville Lopez are tied at 1 apiece. And both these teams now coming back from their halftime break, and the second half underway in just a moment. If you're just joining us, Brownsville Lopez, as you see on your screen, wearing the all-white jerseys with the blue shorts, and the Rattlers from Sharyland in the all-red jerseys. And if you want to watch a recap of this game, just go back and watch the first 7 minutes of this game. And that pretty much tells you what you need to know on how this game is going so far. Meanwhile, Brownsville Lopez now spread out and ready to go. Meanwhile, Sharyland grouping up now, getting set for kickoff. Of course, the goal scorer for Sharyland was number 10, Diego De Leon. And for Brownsville Lopez, number 3, Diego Gomez. Some players to keep your eye on as the second half about to go underway. Brownsville Lopez will now take the ball. And here we go, second half now underway. Lopez electing to try to attack already. Lopez on the far side now begins to move the ball up ahead. Sharyland with a sliding tackle. That's going to go out of bounds. Lopez with the throw-in coming up. And the Lobos are going to drop back, try to throw this one in the box. And there it is. And the header is going to go back in favor of the Lobos. Nobody in sight, and now it's going to be Sharyland on the move. Lopez with a steal. Official's going to call a foul there. So the Rattlers will get a free kick. Official telling the player to drop the ball back more. Sharyland now kicks it away. Headed by Lopez. That's just going to go out of bounds. A throw in way closer now for the Rattlers, and they'll move quick. Francisco Gomez with possession. Goes too far, and that'll be a Lobo throw in now. Lopez trying to move up the field. Good disruption there by the Rattlers. Now it's Francisco Gomez with possession and deflected off from Diego Gomez. . Rattlers with the throw in now, header towards the middle. Picked up by Gomez. Gomez still possession, shot attempt! Too far to the right, nearly connects to give the Rattler the lead. And now Jaramillo and Brownsville Lopez will line up for the goal kick. And Brownsville Lopez drops back, now kicks it away. Sharyland heads it on their side of the field. Now able to kick it away. Lopez bringing up that pressure like I mentioned during halftime. And they'll keep possession here. Nice control of the ball by Nevades as it'll go back in his possession. Nevades tried to center, it gets blocked. He wanted a handball call, it doesn't get it. Rattlers now on the move. Let's see what to do here with the ball quickly. They'll pass it to the near side, finds Francisco Gomez. Gomez elects to go towards the corner, connects with De Leon. Lopez with a good disruption there. Able to get rid of it, but goes back in possession of the Rattlers. Rattlers playing it safe here. And that's going to be Varela, correction. Now passes it more closer to the goal. And Lopez just kicks it away. Rattlers will get a throw in coming up. And an update, final score update from the other boys soccer playoff matchup we had covered. Sharyland Pioneer will defeat Brownsville Porter 1-0. So the Diamondbacks will eliminate the 32-5A district champs. Meanwhile, the Rattlers try and go for a shot. Too far to the left, can't connect. And Brownsville Lopez will get a goal kick coming up. The Rattlers bringing some great pressure early on here in the second half. And Brownsville Lopez are going to have to do a better job defending if they want to avoid any opportunities for these Rattlers as they kick this one away. Sharyland in control. An official will mark a foul here, and it looks like it's going to be a yellow card. Looked pretty intentional to me. And it will be a yellow card against Brownsville Lopez. That is number 3, Diego Gomez. And he'll have to be subbed out. Let's see if Coach Escandon elects to bring him back. As they'll give the Rattlers an opportunity for a free kick coming up. So it'll be about 25, 30-yard distance. And it looks like Eliab Alvarez thought he was going to take it, now decides to go towards the box. The intended kicker is going to be number 15, I believe. Juan Castillo. Rattlers dropping back. Shot attempt blocked by Jaramillo. And that's going to be a corner kick coming up for the Rattlers. What a great shot attempt there by the Rattlers. Hits the football field goal post, which means it's considered out of bounds. So the Rattlers now lining up for a corner kick. Corner kick goes up, headed in the wrong direction. Last touched by the Rattlers. Brownsville Lopez now with the throw-in. And heavy winds starting to kick in now. And the Rattlers now with possession. Lopez able to kick it away. Goes back in favor of the Rattlers. That's going to be Alvarez. Alvarez trying to go around, won't be able to. Lopez gets the throw-in. Lopez in control. Elects to take their time a little bit. Now there's the pressure with the long distance pass. Headed up in the air. Try to draw a foul. Official says play on. Sharyland now on the move. Lopez able to kick it away. Headed away by Sharyland. Headed by Lopez. Back and forth. Possession changes. One-on-one. Heavily contested. Foul against Sharyland. And the official needed to step in to separate the players for a little bit. Not sure what's getting more intense, this game or the wind, as Sharyland now makes a disruption there. Has the passing lane, now just kicks it away. Sharyland gets the easy throw in, and Lopez just kicks it out of bounds. And the Rattlers will get another throw in coming up. Now they're going to take this time on this throw in. Now it's going to be Iker Varela with the throw in. Elects to head it short. Now look to center this one. Bicycle kick, not the way they wanted to, but still in contention to play on. Rattlers now move up in the box. Lopez will force the Rattler player there to touch it last. It'll be a goal kick coming up for the Lobos. And we want to take this time to thank everybody who's tuning in to this matchup here tonight, wherever you may be watching from. Feel free to give this video a like and share away on our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, RSL and app, and more. Rattlers kick this one out of bounds. No, they're going to keep it in play. And they'll stop the clock here. It looks like another yellow card will more than likely be assessed. And there's the yellow card in hand. And as the game begins to get more physical, here come the yellow cards as Lopez will be given another yellow. And Lopez now making another substitution in. We'll actually run the clock a little bit. It looks like the clock was not stopped, so we'll try to catch up as I saw the official stop the clock. And to send this one away. Now it goes out of bounds. Rattler still with the throw-in. Out of bounds again. Now will be a Lopez throw-in. Rattlers get the header. Lopez kicks it away. Good pass there inside. Plenty of room up front there for Lopez. Elects to keep it in the middle. Lost control there. Now the Rattlers with possession. Rattlers able to find Francisco Gomez on the near side. Try to connect it there. Last touch by Lopez. Throw-in coming out for the Rattlers. Rattlers, let's see. They thought they're going to move fast. No, they're going to take their time. That was 24, Bernal, who was the initial thrower. Now it's going to be Varela. And that's going to go out of bounds too far up ahead for Francisco Gomez. Now Brownsville Lopez with a throw-in coming out. Good pass on the near side for the Lobos as they continue to drive the ball up the field. A little bit of push from behind. Official will catch it. Lopez quick to set up here on the short free kick pass. Jonathan Gomez now sends it on the far side. Has an open player, now goes even further on the far side. Here's the one-on-one. Sharyland gets it last touch, out of bounds. Lopez gets a throw-in coming up. And now substitution is going to be requested by the Sharyland Rattlers. And in comes number 9, Takumi Mesa. He'll check in for number 11, Francisco. No, he's going to check in for 24, Sebastian Bernal. And it looks like Francisco Gomez was just getting a drink of water, and he'll stay in. Now Mesa checks back in. Iñaki Cruz still on the sideline as Lopez has a chance here. Goes too far up ahead, and now a goal kick coming up for the Rattlers. And we are back for the second half of the playoff action powered by Kenny Pettis Law. Trusted by hundreds of families with 300 plus 5-star reviews and counting. And it will be the Rattlers with the goal kick coming up from Trevino. And he'll send this one away. Lopez with the touch there. Still keeps it up. And the foul is going to be called against Sharyland. And it did look intentional, I was about to say. And there's a yellow card for Sharyland. Official says we're not playing this game tonight. And it's going to be number 10, De Leon, with the yellow card. And he'll have to go to the sideline. And number 24, Bernal, checks back in. So De Leon will get a chance to get some breathing room here for a little bit. And I did see the elbow stand out a little bit as I believe it was number 8, Nevada, is trying to dribble the ball up on the far side. Lopez now sends it away. Sharyland gets a touch on it. Jonathan Gomez with possession, now passes it back. Now they're going to send it towards the middle. Here's the pressure from the Lobos. Not able to keep control. Trevino now has possession of it for the Rattlers. Lopez with a touch from the back leg there as the Rattlers now begin to create something here on the near side. Good pass inside the middle for Francisco Gomez. Shot at him too far left. And nice quick pressure there by the Rattlers. Don't now have to draw back for the goal kick. Brownsville Lopez wants a substitution. And they'll bring him back in. Brownsville Lopez on the far side. I believe that's Juarez with the ball. Juarez dribbles it up a little bit, now kicks it far ahead. Rattlers with the header. Still with possession and a good chest bump there, in control. And that's going to go too far up ahead. It's going to be a throw-in now for Brownsville Lopez. Number 3, Diego Gomez with the throw-in coming up. Ball now goes up in the air. Nice header there, keeps it in play. Too far ahead of the touch there, and Sharyland kicks it away. Brownsville Lopez will now get a throw-in coming up. And again, that's Diego Gomez with the throw-in. Rattlers headed out of bounds. And Lopez continuing their push in the box. Now they're in the box. Lopez triple teamed. Sharyland able to get some touches away. And now it's going to be a throw-in for the Rattlers. Now the game begins to get a bit more physical here as the game is still tied at 1 apiece. Both teams really ecstatic to try to get their next goal through to give their team the lead. And it will be Varela with the throw-in, headed out of bounds by Lopez again. And now the Rattlers getting ready to throw this one in. They're going to draw back to see if they can launch this one in the box. And they will. Lopez with an easy header away, and Jonathan Gomez with a big kick further away. Rattlers kick it now towards the middle of the box. Lopez with a good header. Resendez kicks it towards the middle, straight to a Rattler player. And now Sharyland's in control. That's Mesa, who checked in a few minutes ago with possession there. Lopez gonna block the ball, not let Mesa get control, and give Lopez the goal kick. And Brownsville Lopez on the far side now moving the ball. Elects to pass it far up ahead. Rattlers get a header. Lopez continue to push the ball up ahead. Sharyland able to kick it away. Official says play on. Brownsville Lopez now sends it up ahead. Has a chance here. And a good step up there by Trevino. And that's going to be a foul, I believe. And it looks like an injured Lobo player is down. So we'll step aside briefly. We'll be back here shortly on the RSON, sponsored by Kenny Pettis Law, Texas Injury Lawyers.
This is the island where even the grown-ups forget what day it is. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
And we're back in the RSON following the short injury timeout. Sponsored by Kenny Pettis Law, Texas Injury Lawyers. Trusted by hundreds of families with 300 plus 5-star reviews and counting. As the Rattlers now get the whistle to resume play here. They'll kick this one away. Nobody makes contact. Now Lopez heads it forward. Now sends it away. Nobody inside that ball. Is just going to roll out of bounds and give Rattlers a throw-in coming up. And it'll be Varela again on the throw-in. And last touch by the Rattlers. Lopez now gets the throw-in in response. And it'll be Diego Guerra on the throw-in. Or Diego Gomez, I should say. And Lopez will get a throw-in coming up. Again by Diego Gomez. Good step up there late by the Rattlers. And a good disruption gives them the ball. Good control there, and Lopez gets possession, and they're going to mark it a foul. Sharyland now kicks this one towards the middle. Header there short, easy pickup there by Jaramillo. Lopez now on the move. And official picks up his flag. It's going to be a foul against the Rattlers. So Lopez will get a free kick coming up. And they'll more than likely send this one far away in the box, and it looks like that's what they're going to set up here. And they elect to pass it to the far side instead. Here's the send-off. In the box, nobody makes a touch. Near side, it goes too far up ahead. That was Resendez who had the last touch. That's going to go too strong for him, and now the Rattlers will have a goal kick coming up. Brownsville Lopez not moving as aggressive as they were the first half. They've really just been sending the ball away, and majority of the time Sharyland's been able to head it off and bring back the possession. So it looks like Sharyland's had more control in this second half early on as they continue to move the ball here now. And that's going to be a foul on the disruption. I don't think it's a yellow card, and it's not. But Sharyland will get a free kick coming up. In a pretty good position here. Will more than likely center it. And let's see how they elect to attack here, more than likely towards the back end of the box. And there's the pass, beautifully positioned as Jaramillo punches it away, and then Sharyland kicks it too far away, and now Lopez will get a goal kick coming up. Brownsville Lopez wasting no time as they get to the far side of your screen here. And there's that send-off I was mentioning earlier. They're just sending it, and Sharyland just comes away with possession easily. Lopez is going to have to find a different tactic to tackle this strong Sharyland defense. And there's Lopez on the move. No need to force this ball up ahead. And there it is again. Sharyland, easy steal. Good disruption there by Lopez. There's the pressure they should have brought earlier. A bit too late now. The Rattlers have an opportunity to set something up here. That's 24, Bernal with the ball. Bernal heavily contested. Bernal met up by some pressure. Now foul is going to be called against Resendez on the tackle. And now the Rattlers have a good position for a free kick. If I'm Brownsville Lopez, I'm not trying to force this ball far up ahead. I'm really trying to take my time. You still have 20 minutes left to play here. I understand the urgency of needing a goal, but to me, it's more important to get better passes for better shots than a quick pass for a quick shot. And I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to replicate what they did at the beginning of the game. But after a while, Sharyland's kind of figured out, okay, they got speed. We got to match that speed, and they've been matching it. So Lopez just needs to find a way to connect on these passes. Meanwhile, Sharyland need to take advantage of these opportunities, like these free kicks. Let's see what they do here. Alvarez lining up for the kick. Alvarez elects to go in the box. Lopez heads it away. Shot attempt, too far to the right. And Lopez again, goal kick coming up. Keeping my eye on number 10, Jonathan Gomez here on the near side. And you don't need to force it. As that ball goes too far on the far side. Lucky to keep possession. And that's going to be a foul against the Rattlers. So Lopez, good job drawing the foul there. Now have a chance for a free kick. Looks like he'll be able to get up and shake it off a little bit. Brownsville Lopez look to center this one for a free kick. Keeping my eye on number 17, Resendez. They're one of their taller players for Brownsville Lopez. And to send this one inside, shot attempt, no. And the official raises the flag. Would have been an offsides either way. And the Rattlers will get a goal kick or a free kick coming up. And this playoff game, again, is presented by Kenny Perez Law, your local injury attorney. With over $75 million recovered for clients across the valley. Call today for your free consultation. Rattlers now kick it away. Easy pickup there by the Lobos. And Lopez with a good disruption there. And a good turnaround there for Lopez. Lopez able to keep control. Not able to connect as the Rattlers come away with possession. And now plenty of room ahead. Nice connection there. Elect to pass it back. Lopez with a good steal chance. And no, not able to capitalize. Rattlers go to the near side now. Finds Varela. Varela goes inside and finds Francisco Gomez. Gomez still with plenty of room there. And Gomez elects to try to center it. Won't get it, and Lopez just kicks it to get rid of it. Rattlers will have the throw in now coming up. And more than likely, they'll draw back to throw this one in. No, they're going to throw it short. Varela back with the ball. Try to pass it up ahead. Won't get it. And it looks like the Rattlers are trying to draw a foul. Official won't fall for it. But the Rattlers back with possession. Just go back to the defensive line. Lopez now electing to bring up some pressure. Good passing there by the Rattlers. And there's that disruption from Lopez. Second chance for Sharyland. Goes right into possession of Francisco Gomez. Goes too far up ahead. Try to connect with Salinas. And Lopez will get a throw in coming up. Lopez with the throw in, last touched by his teammate as the Rattlers now good at throwing coming up. Good step up there for Brownsville Lopez, and now Jonathan Gomez sends it to the far side. And there's that forcing of the ball again, easily picked up by Sharyland once again. And if I'm a Lopez fan, I'm kind of getting a bit frustrated in how they're playing the ball a little bit. They really want to get one clean pass, and then they just send it away, expecting somewhat of a miracle to happen. On the times that they send the ball away, it's just not working as they would like for it to be. As the Sharyland sideline now possibly bringing back De Leon as he waits in the sideline. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. Lopez will get a throw in coming up. Diego Gomez on that throw in. Rattlers just send it up high in the air. Last touch by the Rattlers, out of bounds it goes. Lobos now on the move. And a foul's going to be called against Sharyland, so Brownsville Lopez gets a free kick coming up. Official's going to pause play here for a little bit. Looks like needing a little bit of separation as now tension begins to build from both these teams. Brownsville Lopez is going to be able to kick this one away. Last touch by Sharyland. Now they can kick it away. Lopez not able to steal it. Now go to the far side. Sharyland gets the touch there. And some back and forth passes to one another. Lopez comes away with possession, goes too far ahead. Now Sharyland gets the throw in coming up. Substitution now being made for the Rattlers. In comes number 10, Diego De Leon, and 15, Juan Castillo. And that'll send number 17, Jesus Salinas, back to the bench. Along with number 9, Takumi Mesa. Let's see how the Rattlers utilize De Leon in the last 13 minutes of this matchup. Rattlers now throw it in. Lopez on the move here. Pass doesn't connect there on the far side. Rattlers just kick it out of bounds. Lopez will get an easy throw in. There's the speed of Lopez as the Rattlers kick it out of bounds before they even get a touch on it. And Lopez again dropping back at the track field, looking to throw this one in the box. And the Rattlers with an easy touch to get rid of it. Lopez sends it up in the air. Lopez keeps it on the ground. Rattlers kick it away, and a good leadoff pass there for the Rattlers. Sharyland on the move there, double team by Lopez. Gets tripped up, official says play on, and Lopez just kicks it up in the air. And now we have an altercation, 2 yellow cards. One against each team. And I'm trying to see who the fouls are on. I think Nevadas is one of them from Brownsville Lopez. And for Sharyland, I believe that's number 15, Juan Castillo, who just checked in not too long ago. So yellow cards for both of them. I believe that's Sharyland's 3rd yellow and Brownsville Lopez's 3rd yellow as well. So as I expected pregame, definitely some physical play from both ends. It's gonna draw some yellow cards, but you gotta be careful because if either team gets a red, that's gonna bring them one man short, and the other team could take advantage of that, especially if this game ties up going into extra time. kick coming up for Sharyland. And we'll pause the clock just for a little bit to catch up on the time. We are a bit ahead, so we'll match that in a bit. As Sharyland sends it back to Trevino. Nearly disastrous there. He kicks it away as far away as he can. And now Lopez moving quick on the throw-in. Heavy winds now building up. Double team now. Lopez still with possession, passes it back. Diego Gomez with the ball. Good steal by Sharyland. Thought it went out of bounds. Official keeps the flag down. Rowler's on the move. And now official stops play here. Foul goes, actually will go out of bounds. So Lopez now gets the throw in. Good steal there by Lopez. Goes too far ahead. Rattlers will get an easy throw in coming up. Good header there by Lopez, keeping it in play. Official's gonna let this one play on. Good touch there by Lopez. Sharyland sends it up high. Not necessarily too far, but just high. Lopez heads it behind. Sharyland gets that touch there. Lopez keeps it in play. One-on-one, foul against Sharyland. Now here's where the tensions build here. Last 10 minutes of the match. Brownsville Lopez lining up for a free kick. Jonathan Gomez, the intended kicker here. Also met up with number 15, Pineda. Let's see who will be the one to attempt the kick. And it looks like it will be Jonathan Gomez. Would not be surprised if Gomez elects to go for a goal here. Shot goes low. Picked up by Sharyland. High kick up in the air. Nobody with possession. Official calls a foul against Lopez. Sharyland now with a free kick. Now both teams beginning to feel the pressure. One slip up, one missed pass, one missed block can make the difference here tonight in these last 10 minutes of the match. Of course, if the results hold, we'll more than likely go into extra time. So we'll have 2 10-minute halves. As Brownsville Lopez heads it out of bounds, Sharyland will get a throw in. Good pass over Lopez as the Lobos come with possession. Still has control here, and they'll move up quickly there. One-on-one opportunity for Lopez, blocked! Second chance, goal! Brownsville Lopez with the header! Armando Rodriguez gets it through for the Lobos. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at that replay, folks. Just beats him one-on-one. It was number 10, Diego Guerra, missed the block, got it blocked, and a great pickup there by Armando Rodriguez. Connects for Brownsville Lopez. And just like that finish, when life hits hard, make sure you've got the right team on your side. Kenny Pettis Law. Don't get played, get paid. And what a header there by Armando Rodriguez. Great job on the follow-up following the deflection of Trevino. Now gives Brownsville Lopez the 2-1 lead with under 9 left to play here tonight. Heavyweight bout, ladies and gentlemen, like I mentioned. Good steal by the Rattlers. Official trying to get away. Foul is going to be called. Sharyland gets the free kick. And it's going to be number 8, Jose Pablo Hernandez, dropping back for the free kick. Pioneer now need to kick it up a notch if they want to tie it up again. Header there by the Rattlers. Lopez kicks it away, or heads it away. Rattlers kick it back up in the air. Another header there. Has a chance, blocked by Jaramillo. Second chance, too far up and out of bounds. The Rattlers now beginning to make some noise now. And in case you forgot, the Rattlers, it took them about 3-4 minutes following Lopez's first goal to tie it up. Would not be surprised if they're able to connect before the end of regulation. Now they bring back number 4, Iñaki Cruz. I mentioned earlier, he was on the table for a good chunk of that first half and majority of the second half. Now he's back in on defense. Coach said, season's on the line. We need you, Cruz. Can you help us? Let's see if it brings up the defensive pressure against Lopez. Meanwhile, the Lobos able to connect on some good passes here. That one's going to go too far ahead, out of bounds. It will go. Rattlers get a goal kick coming up. Correction, no, they're going to mark it a corner for Brownsville Lopez. Let's see what the Lobos do here. Let's see if they like to just pass it nearby. Yes, they will. Now they send it off for a corner. That's going to go out of bounds. Rattlers, now you start to move with some urgency. Under 7 left to go. Rattlers now moving up their defensive line up. Brownsville Lopez, of course, are going to drop back and not allow Sharyland to score or have an opportunity to score out of bounds. Rattlers throwing it in quickly. That's Mesa. Mesa tries to connect to Francisco Gomez. Heads it up, out of bounds. Goal kick for the Lobos. Rattler fans shouting, "Si se puede," yes you can. Brownsville Lopez now 6 minutes away from a by-district victory over Sharyland. And Sharyland kicks this one away. Brownsville Lopez electing to start running the clock here, playing conservative. And it's going to be number 3, Diego Gomez on that throw-in. Lopez with possession. Quick header down by the Rattlers. And Sharyland's going to get the touch out of bounds. Lopez gets the throw-in again. That's Diego Gomez again. And it's Jonathan Gomez with the ball, passes it back. Nevada is going to drop even further back, now goes to the far side. There's a center opportunity there. Punched away by Trevino. And Trevino gets a second hold of it, now in control. Rattlers now on the move. That one's going to be headed away easily by Brownsville Lopez. Sharyland is going to get a throw-in coming up. Officials going to allow a quick substitution in. They're going to send out number 6, Guzman. They'll bring in number 15, Juan Castillo, who had the foul earlier. Brownsville Lopez, great job protecting the possession there for a little bit. Sharyland cannot waste time letting that one go out. They'll keep it in play, and now they send it away. But that one's going to go out of bounds. Brownsville Lopez can take time on the throw-in with 4 minutes left to go here. Sharyland kicks this one up high, now in the middle. Brownsville Lopez with the touch. Quick step up there by the Rattlers. That's Francisco Gomez. Gomez elects to pass it to the near side. Nicely placed for Mesa. Mesa centers it. Lopez kicks it away. That's going to roll far back. Second chance for the Rattlers. Picked up by Lopez. Now they kick this one away. Good block for Sharyland. Keeping it in the box. Lopez just steps up in front of it. Now they kick it away. Foul's going to be called against the Rattlers. Lopez gets a free kick. And as we head to the final minutes, remember, time matters, both on the field and after an accident. Contact Kenny Pettis Law today to protect your case. As we wait for a ball to be put in play here for Brownsville Lopez, they're actually going to pause the time here to allow Lopez to set up as they would towards the end of a close matchup like this one. So Brownsville Lopez can take time on the free kick, not as much. Now they start the timer, or the clock. Brownsville Lopez has a chance here. Have it in control, have it in control. And they're gonna mark it a penalty, I believe. They're gonna give Lopez the penalty kick. And Lopez is going to line up for a penalty kick. Brownsville Lopez draws the foul, and they'll get a penalty kick to potentially seal the deal here tonight. And the goal kicker, or the penalty kick shooter, is going to be number 7, Jonathan Gomez. Gomez to punch a ticket to the area round of the playoffs. Will need to connect a goal against Trevino. Sharyland fans making noise. Gomez going for the shot. Goal! Los Lobos de Brownsville with a goal! And Jonathan Gomez has just given Brownsville Lopez on what will more than likely be the ticket to the area round of the playoffs. Take a look at that replay. Gomez elects to go to the left side. Goalkeeper goes in the wrong direction. And an easy goal for Jonathan Gomez. The Rowlers needing to move quickly, of course. Now elect only 3 defenders behind. And Brownsville Lopez, more than likely, are just going to play to run the clock out. And the official makes contact on there. And now tensions begin to build. And it looks like it's going to be a free kick, or a drop kick, I should say. Pause the clock here. And it's going to be a drop kick for Brownsville Lopez, and they'll just kick this one high. Why not? And Sharyland, with only 2 minutes left to go, season on the line. Not sure if they're going to get a goal through in time. Or 2 goals in time to tie it up, I should say. And Hadamil makes a diving grab there. Missed it on the initial contact, now gets it the second time. Officials will stop the clock to check on Hadamil. And Hadamil is still down. And they will need to call a trainer, so we'll step aside with 1:40 left to go. Lobos with the lead. We'll be back on the RSL and sponsored by Kenny Pettis Law, Texas Injury Lawyers.
I want to be a doctor.
I want to play professional soccer. I want to play at Carnegie Hall.
At Brownsville ISD, dreams take shape with nationally recognized academic programs, championship athletics, and distinguished fine arts. Success isn't just a goal, it's our tradition. The best choice for your child's journey is Brownsville ISD.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's Auto Body Repair Program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
And we are back on the RSON. As we head to the final minutes, remember, time matters, both on the field and after an accident. Contact Kenny Perez Law today to protect your case. As the officials lining up to resume play here, Brownsville Lopez again will get the free kick. And the Lobos will be forced to substitute their goalkeeper in these final 2 minutes. Again, the Rattlers, more than likely, are going to apply as much pressure as they can up the field. Brownsville Lopez are going to do as much as they can to run out this clock. As they send this one away, Rattlers trying to move the ball up quickly. Good turnaround there. And Lopez just kicks this one out of bounds. Rattlers get a throw in easily. Shot attempt, and in for the goal! Goal! Rattlers now only need one to tie it up. And it's number 4, Iñaki Cruz. And Coach Guerra said, I need you. Cruz said, I got you, Coach. We just need some faith. With 1:17 left to go in this matchup, Brownsville Lopez are going to have to do everything in their power to run this clock as they sub Jaramillo back in. And now the time resumes. Ball goes out of bounds. Rattlers with a throw in. They get to throw in under a minute. And who knew that that goalie change was going to be a thing? And a one-on-one opportunity. There's the capitalizer! Brownsville Lopez! Viva los Lobos! With a goal! And check out this celebration. Lopez said, what faith, what hope do the Rattlers have? I'm going to end it, and I'm going to end it here on their home turf. What about that interception for Brownsville Lopez? Gets the shot and the goal. And a yellow card will be given for the celebration. I don't think he cares. And that was number 10 for Brownsville Lopez, Diego Guerra. And Guerra, still with a half jersey on, makes his way to the bench. And now the Rattlers dropping everybody, as Lopez is just going to run this clock here. Has a chance to score again. Good pass in the middle. Has a chance. Good steal by the Rattlers. 30 seconds and ticking. And officials are going to call foul. And they'll continue to let the clock run. We are a couple seconds behind. And Brownsville Lopez will be able to celebrate and capture a 4-2 by district playoff win. And that is over. Some back and forth action, in particular in the second half. But of course, the Lobos of Brownsville Lopez come to Richard Thompson Stadium and take a victory over the Rattlers of Sharyland High School. What a game. What a match. What an opportunity to witness this great matchup. And tonight's playoff coverage was brought to you by Kenny Pettis Law, your hometown injury lawyers serving Brownsville and beyond. Don't get played, get paid. And Brownsville Lopez really played this game really well and got paid with a victory tonight against the Rattlers of Sharyland. They had the early goal from Diego Gomez. Then De Leon counters back. Then in the second half, we get a header goal by number 5, Armando Rodriguez, puts them up 2-1. And then they draw a foul in the box. Jonathan Gomez scores the penalty kick. That brings them up 3-1. Then Jaramillo gets injured from Brownsville Lopez. And from that substitution, Iñaki Cruz scores with under 2 minutes left to go. And then Diego Guerra, with the fake drawback, pulls back in, steals the throw-in pass, capitalizes on the goal, and comes away with this 4-2 victory over Sharyland. And what a game we witnessed, folks. What a heavyweight matchup, like I mentioned. Sharyland Rattlers should feel real proud of their season this year. Don't let this game define the way they've played all season. They've played a great season, had multiple games where they shut out opponents. But again, as I mentioned pre-game, it's all going to come down to the defense of the Rattlers or the powerful strikers that the Lobos have from Brownsville Lopez. In particular, Diego Gomez. Or Diego Guerra, correction. Armando Rodriguez. Jonathan Gomez. Damian Resendez. And a couple more that I'm probably missing. But this is a very, very dominant striking team from Brownsville Lopez who came to Richard Thompson Stadium and showed the Valley that, hey, although we had our chips on our shoulders from the forfeits, we're going to beat that adversity, and we're going to prove it by starting off in this bi-district matchup. We're going to take it one game at a time, and we're going to come out swinging. We're going to come out winning. And winning they did. So Brownsville Lopez will move on to the area round of the UIL 5A Division II Boys Soccer Playoffs. And they will take on the winners of Gregory Portland and Laredo Martin. And those results have yet to be posted. They also play today. And Brownsville Lopez now celebrating with their visiting fans as they'll get together and celebrate a great victory here tonight. So again, ladies and gentlemen, your final score, Brownsville Lopez 4, Sharyland Rattlers 2. And the Lobos of Brownsville Lopez will move on to the next round. Before we sign off again, we want to thank our sponsor, Kenny Pettis Law, Texas Injury Lawyers. And tonight's playoff coverage, again, brought to you by Kenny Pettis Law, your hometown injury lawyers, serving Brownsville and beyond. Don't get played, get paid. Call today for your free consultation. This is a law firm trusted by hundreds of families with 300-plus 5-star reviews and counting. Contact Kenny Pettis Law today to protect your case. And this is Nacho again, signing off here at Richard Thompson Stadium in Mission, Texas. I want to thank everybody who tuned into tonight's matchup. I want to wish y'all a happy Thursday. Congratulations to Brownsville Lopez moving on